All right, everybody, welcome back to the best damn training channel on YouTube. I am warm and ready to roll. We're going to do some 20s, some 30s, and some pogos here at the track. Starting off, we're going to do 4 reps on the 20. I'm going to be trying to do these harder than previous weeks. This has been kind of my start technique or acceleration technique type of day. I just feel pretty good today. So if I'm feeling good, I'm going to send it and see what I can get on some sprint times here. So we'll do 4 20s. We're going to do 3 30s. We got the 10-meter sections set up when it comes to measuring out each of those reps. So we'll get 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and then 0 to 20 for each of these 20-meter dashes. And then we'll also get the same setup for the 30s when we move that over to the 30-meter sprints for today. So I'm going to get after it. I'm feeling good. I warmed up today. I started feeling good yesterday when I was doing my tempo work. So I did 1200s going back and forth. And I just felt like I was floating. Everything felt really good. So that feeling from yesterday is kind of carried into today. And I'm just going to sprint. So we're going to get after it here. Rep number 1, 285. 0 to 10, 169. 10 to 20, 117. 284, 166, 0 to 10, 118, 10 to 20. All right, a little bit slower on that one, 290. The 0 to 10 went to 173, but the 10 to 20 got faster, 116 on that. All right, we got a last rep here for the 20s, and then we're gonna move this back, start sprinting off some 30s. What I'd like to see here is another 280 something. So we got to bring that down below 290 again here to have a good last rep here on these 20s. There we go. 284 at a 170, which is a better start, and then a 115 on 10 to 20. So hit 19.45 miles an hour on that one. Pretty damn good. All right, so we got 30s up next. And with the 30s, we're gonna do 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and 0 to 30. So we'll get times on each of those. What I'm looking at happening here for this 30, I got 3 reps on here. I'm gonna try to send it again. I'm feeling really good. I'm almost positive 284 is my fastest 20 throughout this 3 weeks of this first training block. So I'm loving where I'm at right now. Today's one of those days where, like I said at the beginning, I'm feeling good. And I've always had the mindset of go off program a little bit if you're feeling incredible and you really think you're about to do something special. So if you're lifting and you're supposed to be at 80, 85%, and then it feels like it's flying and you want to just go for it, right? I'm a big proponent on that the days that the body is feeling good, the nervous system is firing, go ahead and use that and train and hit something special. And that's kind of what I'm feeling like today. So for the 30s, I'm going to do the same thing, 3 reps on those. What I'm looking at doing is maintaining that mile an hour. I'm not really too focused on the times right now. I'm more been looking at the mile an hour because I have a mile an hour goal for my sprinting is I want to hit 24 miles an hour. So I'm hitting like mid-range 19s on that 10 to 20. So that means 20 to 30. I would like to see this in like the 21 mile an hour range, high 20s, low 21s. And that should set me up for like a 40 to 50 or maybe a 50 to 60, being able to hit 23 high or even the 24 low, which would put me at my goal for my mile an hour goal. So that's the plan. That's what I would like to see here. I'm gonna walk it back. We're gonna get ready. Rep number 1. All right, before I even look at this, I can say that 0 to 10 was a little bit slower. Felt off. Yeah, so that was my slowest 0 to 10 so far. All right, so like I thought, slow 0 to 10, 172, but I was able to hit 117 and 106. So 10 to 20, 117, 20 to 30, 106. That one was faster. All right, so we got 388 compared to a 395. And then I went 168 So cleaned up that 10, then 114, 106. Compare that to the first one. A little bit faster on the 10, allowed me to go faster on the 10 to 20, which translated to the same top mile an hour. So 21.1 for top speed on both of those is exactly where I want to be. All right, last rep, best rep, 388, I believe is also my fastest 30 over the course of this first 3 weeks. So I was right in feeling that today was going to be a great day. But we got 1 rep left. We're going to try to just do the same thing. Fast 10, fast 20, low 21s, between 20 to 30. All right, it wasn't our fastest, but it wasn't our slowest. 393. So considerably slower on the 0 to 10, but I hit 1 flat on that 10 to 20. Put me at 22.3 miles an hour. I'll take that. Guys, I'm fucking pumped that I hit 22 miles an hour on that 20 to 30, because that means 24 is within reach. Because if I'm training for a 60 and I can hit 22 at 30, ideally, I'm still going to be gaining speed between 30 and 40, 40 to 50, and that should put me at 23 high, low 24. So I love that. That time right there, or that mile an hour marker right there, was not what I was expecting. Like I said before, I think low 21s was going to be very substantial for what I needed to be at today. But hitting a low to mid 22 is amazing. I love it. Now we're gonna get into the pogos for today. I got 3 sets, 20 meters, nice easy pogos. I'll just go back and forth for 3. And then I've got 3 sets, 20 meters of 3 plus 1. So we'll do 3 easy pogos into 1 pogo for maximum height, and we'll walk those back rather than just going back and forth. Track session is done. Overall, today was incredible. I'm glad I made the switch from this being a technique day into just making it all-out hard effort sprints, because like I said, with yesterday's session and the tempos, everything felt really good. I woke up this morning, I felt really good again, and I just told myself, I was like, I can't waste today on technique work. I'm just gonna sprint hard because I feel like some fast times and some good numbers are gonna be there. And I'm pretty sure, I'll have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure I hit my fastest 20 over the last 3 weeks, and I've hit my fastest 30 today over the last 3 weeks. So the intuition was correct in telling me that today was gonna be a day we need to cook and send it. So we're gonna head into the weight room next. Got some bench press, some pull-ups and rows, some core work that I wanna do. Before we get to the weight room though, I just wanted to ask you guys, if you liked the video, make sure to like the video. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. I've got some cool things planned as this channel grows. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I've got some discounts and giveaways on things that I got planned for you guys. And once we get closer to that, I'll announce it to let you guys know. But right now we're at like 8,700-ish. So we're pushing up towards that 9,000 subscriber mark. So if you guys can help me out, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment if you want as well. Helps with the algorithm. But up next, we're gonna start off with bench press in the weight room. All right, for the bench press, I'm supposed to be at like 120 for my sets of 8. I don't know if it's there because I've lost some weight from the point at which I maxed out on the Strictly Strength program. Yesterday I weighed in at just over 96 kilos, which put me at like 211-ish pounds. And I think I was like 217 when I was doing my strictly strength max out session. So lost a bit of weight. Some of that is translating into the faster speeds that I'm seeing on the track, but that's also going to mean that some of the strength in the weight room is going to go down, especially on the upper body stuff, because I'm only doing it one time a week. So if I can build up to 120, that'll be great. But I think like 110, 115 might be more realistic because I'm not too concerned about the upper body work. And to be honest, I've just kind of been going through the motions with it because it's not really specific for my speed work, but I don't want to just not do upper body work altogether. So it hasn't been a priority for me. So we'll see how this 100 kilos feels, and maybe we'll do 110 instead of 120 today. It felt good. So I'll put on 110. I'll do a set of 8 at 110. And then maybe I'll do like increments increasing if it still feels light. So 110 regardless will be my first set. I'll do my set of 8 there. If it feels really light, I'll go to 115. If 115 also feels light, then I'll do my top set at 120. But I'm not too concerned about the exact weights on the bench press today. All right, let's see how 110 feels. Honestly, that feels good. I think 110 is fine. I don't need to be at 120 because I don't also think I can hit 70% of what my recent 1 rep max would have been, which would have been 175. We'll adjust the 1 rep max. That'll adjust our working weights, and we'll just call 110 70% today. And to save time, I'm also gonna do my weighted pull-ups as a superset with my bench press today. So we will knock out today's session a little bit quicker than usual. And I'm just gonna go back and forth. So I'm going straight back to the bench press for another set. All right, we got one more set, bench, weighted pull-ups. Then we're gonna move on to a dumbbell single arm row. All right, dumbbell rows are up next. I've been using 40 kilos on the rows. So I'll go up to, let's say 45 today. I think that's a decent jump. And we'll do 3 sets of 8 on the dumbbell rows. All right, and the last 2 things I'm gonna do, I'm gonna superset these as well, is the single leg, like hip flexion sit up, and then the back extension on the GHD. Before I get into this though, I wanna apologize for that previous shot. I set the camera up thinking it would show you kind of the angle and orientation as I was doing the dumbbell row. And then I went back and looked at it and realized it's basically just an ass shot. So there wasn't much in that. And I already did my 3 sets, so I apologize for the previous clip there. We're gonna move on. And single leg, keeping that front knee about 90 degrees. We're gonna try to make this movement through the hip. So extend through the hip as much as you can, keeping that top leg off the ground, and then using that weight as a counterbalance, and we're gonna pull ourselves up back to the top. So 8 reps on each side. I need to move this and scoot up a little bit. There we go. That allows me to get a lot more extension. And then again, the focus of the back extension is to get extension through the back. So we're looking at trying to hit the erectors as much as we can. So that means we got to get into flexion in order to kind of over exaggerate the extension. So we're not doing a hip extension on this, which would be just hinging at the hips, keeping the back straight and lifting yourself up. I want to get to the point where I'm getting some flexion through the back and in the hip, and then I'm going to get extension through the back and in the hip. So we're trying to work those erectors as much as we can. And then I'm probably just gonna do 2 sets of that. So that's gonna be it for today's session. General, very basic upper body stuff. A lot of fun with the sprints, going hard today. Hit some really good numbers. And I'm looking forward to kind of a low day tomorrow, which will be some tempo work and the med ball throwing circuit that you guys saw. Don't know if I'll film it. Probably won't, because the tempo stuff is all the exact same. But Friday, we're going into our max velocity day, or our acceleration plus, which means we're focusing on acceleration, but we're adding in some more emphasis on that max velocity. So until then, I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.